Hello, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
So, good afternoon to one and all. We have finished the general form of AC bridges and the introduction of AC bridge also we have discussed in the yesterday's class. And today we are going to discuss the actual AC bridges which are related, which are going to measure the inductance and capacitance here. So to measure the inductance, capacitance, so the general form I told that one, the AC bridges, we are going to replace the resistances are in the form of impedances here now. Okay. So based on that, we are going to derive the derivations here now. So to measure the inductance, actually, the Maxwell bridge we are going to use this over there, and Searing bridges, de Sauty bridges, so many bridges are there one by one. We'll start that one here. So up to here, yesterday we have discussed these equations and some rules we have discussed. And in the today class, we are going to discuss the Maxwell's bridge here now. So this bridge is used for the measurement of self-inductance only here, and that the bridge used for the measurement of self-inductance of the circuit is known as Maxwell bridge. We are going to call that one here. So Maxwell has derived this equation, this circuit. So the bridge name came Maxwell bridge. Actually, he has derived two bridges here now for the inductance measurement of inductance only. Those bridges we are going to discuss here now. It is the advanced form of the Wheatstone bridge. It's the same like a Wheatstone bridge only, but instead of only pure resistances, we are going to use combinations of resistance and inductance here. So the resistances are replaced by the impedances we are considering for the Maxwell bridge here. Now for the Wheatstone bridge, only resistances were considered. For the Maxwell bridge, in the form of impedance, we are going to derive the equations here. So the Maxwell bridge works on the principle of comparison. The principle of comparison it is going to work. That is, the value of unknown inductance is determined by comparing it with the known value or standard value here. So we should have to know the standard value. If it is correct or not, we have to measure, and we have to measured value, we have to compare with the standard value we have to compare. Okay, so there are two types of Maxwell bridges are there. There are actually two methods are there to measurement of the inductance only, to measure the self inductance or to for the determining the self inductance. There are two types or two methods are there. Just a minute. Okay, those two methods are, first one is Maxwell inductance bridge, second one is Maxwell inductance capacitance bridge here. So the Maxwell inductance means we are going to use only inductance here. But for the Maxwell inductance capacitance bridge, we are going to consider inductance capacitance here. Resistance is already there. The real term of the bridges, we are going to use resistance. Combination of inductance, that is Maxwell inductance bridge. Resistance and inductance. But the resistance, capacitance, inductance combination, that is Maxwell inductance capacitance bridge, we are going to call that one. In this one, the first one we'll discuss, that is Maxwell's inductance bridge here. Now we are going to discuss the Maxwell inductance bridge. This is the circuit diagram of Maxwell's inductance bridge here. You can compare with the general form of the AC bridge here. Now you can compare and you can tell any difference here. Is there any difference from the AC general form and this one? Here R1 L1 is there, here R2 L2 is there, but this inductive is there. It is not pure inductive, it has some resistive part, that is called R2 also here. Small R2 we have used here now. So some part it is not pure inductive, it has the combination of resistance and inductance also. This inductance, it has some resistive part also here now. So the branch 1, that is AB, it consists of resistance R1 and inductance L1 here now. Non-resistive inductance here now, non-inductive resistances are this capital R1, capital R2, small r, capital R3, capital R4. These all the resistances are non-inductive resistances. But only this R2, it has some inductance, and this L2, it has some resistance here. So the first branch, that is A to B, that is it consists of R1 and L1. B to C, that is only R3 is there. C to D, only R4 is there. And D to A, here R2, so one resistance and one inductance, that is also not pure inductive. It consists of again resistance here, no? R2 plus JL2. Yeah, we can call that one J omega L2 here now. So the voltage drop across this one here, I will tell that E1 R1, we can call that one. The voltage drop across this one is E1 here now. The current into Z1, I1 Z1 equal to E1, we can call that one. So I1 current, only same current will flow at the balanced condition here now. So E3 we are going to call. Here the voltage drop across branch 2, that is E2. Voltage drop across branch 4, that is E4 we are going to call here. And the battery supply is connected in between branch 1, 2 and 3, 4, whatever it, the two terminals. The battery supply is not battery supply, it is a AC bridge. The alternative, so alternating source is connected here. The alternating source is connected here. So once the alternating source is connected, the current will start to flow here. Up to here, the current will come. Okay. See the phasor diagram, how to draw the phasor diagram. Some people, you may get confusion of that one here now. See here, up to here, the current will come here now. Up to here, the current will come here now. So I will take the current as a reference here now. I will take the current as a reference here now. So I will draw I1, I2 here now. One more diagram, small diagram I will try here now. Here I will take that one. This is I2. I will take the current reference. It may be the magnitude may be different, I1 and I2, depending on that one. So I1 and I2 both are in phase only, because it has both here. See, I1 has also resistance inductance, and I2 also it has a resistance inductance here. So both are in phase. We can call that one here, no, I1 and I2. But we have to compare with the value of voltage drop across each terminal here. No, each terminal we have to call that one here. No, first I will do this I1 current. It will flow here. What is this one? What is this part? I1 will flow here. What is this?
I1 R1.
I1 R1. I1 R1 means voltage drop across this R1 only we can call, na? V1 equal to I1 R1 we can write. Voltage drop across this R1 is nothing but I1 R1. The product of voltage and resistance, sorry, current and resistance, it indicates what?
Voltage.
Voltage only. And this one, for the pure resistive, it is a resistance only, na? It is a resistance only. So for the pure resistive, the voltage leads the current or lags the current?
Both are in phase.
Both are in phase here. Now here I1 is there. This voltage drop across this resistance will be in phase with I1 only. Here the I1 is there. Up to this part, I will consider that the voltage drop across the R1 is, I will consider this one as I1 R1 here. I1 R1 I will consider. Next, what we will do? The same current, it will flow through here, no? Through the inductance, it will flow. L1. Yes?
Yes, sir.
See, I1 and this one I will consider as XL1. XL1 we are going to consider here. So voltage drop across this inductance is nothing but I1 XL1 we can call that one here. No? I1 XL1 here. No? For the pure inductive circuit, the current lags the voltage or leads the voltage?
Lags the voltage.
Current lags the voltage. So I1 XL1 is nothing but this is a voltage only, na? The product of this one here. I1 into XL1 is voltage here, no? So I1 is current here, no? So from this point, we have to draw 90 degree here, no? The current is 90 degree here. Here to here current 90 degree hoga na? This is voltage drop across E1 we are going to call here, no? Total is inductive load is there here. It is a inductive load. So we can call that, the E1 is inductive here. So whatever the voltage drop at branch 1 E1, that is leads the current I1 by 90 degree, or I1 lags the voltage E1 by 90 degree. Both are same only here. Here I1 is there. I1 is there here.
Yes, sir.
So this I1, it is reference we have taken here now. So in the anti-clockwise direction you consider here. So I1 is lagging the E1 or leading the E1? I1 is lagging the E1 or leading E1? I told lagging is the correct answer, because I told you in the anti-clockwise direction, first one is this will come. Next it is following here 90 degree, it is going to follow here. So I1 lags E1 here now. I1 lags E1 here now. We can call that one here. Similarly, this branch also it has a resistance inductance only. This one also has a resistance inductance only, na?
Yes, sir.
But it has only resistance and inductance only. So E2 is E1 equal to E2. Then only the galvanometer will be considered as balanced condition here. Now the potential drop across this and this V is same. Then we'll consider as balanced equation. So E1 equal to E2 we have written here. E1 equal to E2 here now. This term from here to here, whatever is there, that is I1 omega L1 also you can write, or we can write I1 omega L2 also here. I2 omega L2 also we can write here now. XL1 equal to XL2 we are going to write here. XL1 equal to XL2 here. Next, what will happen? The current will flow here. Same I1 current will flow here. I3, R3. So it is only pure resistance is there. So this voltage drop, that E3 is in phase with I1 only. E3 will be in phase with I1 only. For that reason, here E3 likha hai. E3 is written here. This is the E3 here now, which is phase in phase with I1 only, na? I1 के साथ ही है नहीं? The same line is there, na? I1, I2, E1, sorry, E2, E3, E4. All are in same line. Same line means they are in, both are in phase. We are going to call that one. Similarly, if the I2 will flow through the R4 resistance, this is also pure resistance is there. So this current and this voltage drop across R4 is nothing but E4 is in phase here now. I2 and E4 are in phase now. Here E3 and E4 we have written. E3, E4, I1, I2 all are in phase. E2 and E1, they are leads the current I1 and I2 by 90 degrees. We can call that one. We can tell that one. E1, I2 here now. From here, 0 से start किया था हमने. इधर we have taken here now. So this one is I1 R1. This one is I1 R1. Or we can call this one as R1 here now. This one I1 omega L1, we can call this one here now, equal to omega L2. This one is E1 equal to E2, we can call this one here now. Joining is E1 equal to E2 by joining this terminal here now. But our aim is to calculate E here now. E we have to calculate. Here some E1, E2 is there. Here the E3, E4 is there. So see here, one more resistance is there here, R2, small R2, it is the L2 is not pure and inductive, it is some resistive part is there here now. So combination of inductive and resistance part, we cannot say that it is exactly leads 90 degree here now. Voltage exactly leads 90 degree. For that reason, some angle we will consider the total voltage E we will draw here now. It is the phase angle, we are going to call that one as phi here now. The E, the total EMF or total voltage that leads the current I1, I2 by an angle of, which angle it is? By an angle of? Phi here now. We can say that one here now. By an angle of phi, we are going to consider here. So this is the formation of the phasor diagram we have to draw here. Phasor diagram, we are going to call that. Once the phasor diagram is over, then we'll start the expressions we have to start here. This one, how to draw the phasor diagram and this phasor diagram I have explained in the practical. Practical may explain here again. I'm not getting actually. I have explained or not? Don't know, sir. Hana? Answer is don't know. Check it. So next, here let L1 is the unknown inductance of the resistance R1. L2 is the variable inductance of the fixed resistance R2 here now. See, this L1 we are considering as the unknown inductance, and this L2 is the variable or fixed inductance value of this R2 resistance. We are going to call that one. And R2 is variable resistance connected in series with inductor L2. R3 and R4 are the known non-inductive resistances. There is there any inductive part in these resistances? Branch 3 and 4? Branch 3 and 4?
No, sir.
For that reason, we are going to call this one as non-inductive resistances here now. So the value of R3 and R4 resistances varies from 10 to 1000 ohms here. R3 and R4 are the non-inductive resistances. We can vary these values from 10 ohm to the 1000 ohm. We can vary that one here. With the help of resistance box, it's nothing but variable resistance here. Now, sometimes for balancing the bridge, the additional resistance is also inserted in the circuit here. Now, in series with the resistances are connected in series means we can add that one. Addition only it will happen over there. So we can add in series with the existing resistances. We can add some other resistance also can add over there. Now, considering this circuit here now, so This complete form of branch 1, can I consider this one as Z1? This one is Z1. I can write like this. Yes. This one, can I consider as Z2? Yes. This one is branch 3. I will consider as Z3 because AC bridges we are going to use in the form of impedances here. Now, this is Z4 here. This one is Z4. So, now what we have to do? At balance condition, we know that one we have already derived that one R1, R4 equal to R2, R3. But for the AC circuit, what is the formula for the balance condition? Under balance condition, at balance condition, the AC circuit, what is the equations? Any one of you? I'm asking to you only. See, all of you have studied the Wheatstone bridge. At the Wheatstone bridge, we know that R1, R4 equal to R2, R3. R1, R4 equal to R2, R3. We have derived this equation. But for this bridge, for this Maxwell AC bridge here, now this is AC bridge. For the AC bridges, the R1 and R4, these all the resistances are replaced by the impedances here. So what is the equation for that balance condition here now?
Z1, Z4 equal to Z2, Z3.
Z1, Z4 equal to Z2, Z3. Very good here now. So for that reason only, at balanced condition, we have used here Z1, Z4 equal to Z2, Z3. We have written here. Now, equation number 1, I will consider this one as Z1, Z4 equal to Z2, Z3. Now, what we have to do? We have to derive the equation from the circuit diagram. What do you mean by Z1 means what is the formula? What do you mean by Z2 here now? What is the formula for Z3? What is the formula for Z4? We have to derive here. Can anyone tell what do you mean by Z1? Z1, what is the formula for Z1 here now?
R1 plus JX.
R1 plus JXL1 we are going to call that one. XL1 here now. X is nothing but omega L1 here now. R1 plus J omega L1 we can write here. This one.
Yes, sir.
So I have written here Z1 equal to R1 plus J omega L1 here. Next Z2 equal to, anyone can tell here? Don't look at upside here. This diagram only you see that one and tell the answer. Z2 equal to
R2 plus R2 plus J omega L2.
Very good. Here two resistances are there. One is variable resistance, another one is fixed resistance of this variable inductance here. So first R2 plus R2 we have to do. This capital R2 plus small r2 plus J omega L2 here now. So this one R2 plus R2 plus J omega L2, that is Z2 formula. Next Z3 equal to
R3.
R3 plus J0. There is no imaginary part at all. So Z3 equal to R3. Next, what about Z4?
R4 plus J0.
R plus J0 is nothing but R4 only we can use here now. So we have derived the equation for Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4 here. Now what we have to do? We have to substitute this Z1 value into equation 1. Z2 value in equation 1, Z3 value in equation number 3 to 1 and Z4 value here. Here Z1, Z4 is there. In the place of Z1 I will write R1 plus J omega L1 I will write here now. Next in the place of Z4, what is the Z4 means what? R4 here now. I will write R4 equal to, in the place of Z2 I will write this R2 plus J omega L2. I will write the complete equation R2 plus small r2 plus J omega L2, okay, plus the Z3 is nothing but R3. Up to here I have written the equations. I have written the equations up to that. Next point, what you have to do, once the equation all the Z1, Z2, Z3 is substituted, then what we have to do, we have to express the circuit here now. Here R1 is there, R1 into R4, it is nothing but R1, R4. Yes,
Yes, sir.
R1
Yes,
into R4, that is R1, R4. Plus symbol is there, I will write plus as it is. Next, J omega L1 into R4. J omega L1 into R4 we can write. J omega L1 into R4 we have written. So equal to symbol is there, equal to symbol I will write here now. R2 plus J omega L2 is there. This I will consider as only one term only. This whole term I will consider as one term only. So R2 plus R2 into
R3.
R2 plus R2 plus into R3 we have written here now. Plus J omega L2 into R3 we can write here now. J omega L2 into R3 we have written here. From this complete equation now, what we have to do, it has some real part and imaginary part. Where the J is there, J indicates the complex form, and the real term we are going to, imaginary part we are going to call that one. Where there is no J, that is called real terms, we are going to call that one. Active terms or real terms, we are going to tell that one. So now we have to separate the real part and imaginary part here. From this equation, we have to separate the real term and imaginary part we have to separate here now. We'll start the separation here now. What are the real terms here now? Can you tell anyone?
R1, R4 equal to
R1,
R2,
R4,
R3.
this one. Okay. So R1, R4 equal to R2 plus R2 into R3. We will write this one here. So this equation we have written here now for the real term. Similarly, next imaginary term you consider here now. J omega L1 R4, J omega L2 R3. These are the imaginary terms here. Here for the imaginary terms here now, so we can write here J omega is there, here J omega is there. Both sides J omega gets cancelled. Yes? Yes or no? Cancel होते क्या नहीं?
yes, sir.
J omega gets cancelled over there. So from this equation, we can write L1 equal to L2 R3 divided by R4. So R2 L3 L2 R3 L2 divided by R4. They have written like this here now. Both are same only. And from this equation, R1 is the unknown resistance here. No, R1 equal to R2 plus R2 R3 divided by R4 here now. That one. These are the equations for the unknown resistance and unknown inductance we have calculated here. This is the equations for the unknown inductance and unknown resistance. Yeah. If you have any doubts here, you can ask. If you have any doubts, then you can ask. Up to here, you have any doubt?
No, sir.
The concept is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we'll go for the next, that is advantages, disadvantages, and all the things we are going to discuss here now. So next part, that is, see here, this is direct equation we have taken. Z1, Z4 directly we have taken over there at the balanced condition directly. Suppose we don't know this one. We don't know this one here now. We can solve the equation by I1, I2 also. We know that one. According to Ohm's law, what do you mean by V? V equal to IR formula, we know. Yes? V equal to IR formula, all of you know.
Yes.
According to Ohm's law, you know V equal to IR formula, you know that one. Okay, just a minute, I will take the diagrams over there. The same diagram I will take there in the next slide. See here, all of you know that one, V equal to IR formula, we know that. Direct use किए ठीक है, नहीं direct नहीं है तो we have to use this one. We know that one, at balanced condition, the voltage drop across VAB equal to VAD. सबको मालूम है अभी? When the bridge is balanced, is said to be balanced, this voltage is equal to this voltage here now. Yes, EAB equal to VAB equal to VAD, or VBC equal to VCD. These two are be equal, and these two will be equal here now. For that reason, what I will consider, VAB equal to VAD I have considered here now. This VAB, voltage drop across A to B, equal to voltage drop across A to D here now. So according to Ohm's law, we have used resistance here now. But for the AC circuit, combination of resistance and inductance, this resistance can I replace it by Z1 here now? Z impedance.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so VAB is nothing but here the current is flowing, I1 is flowing here now. What is the impedance of this circuit? Z1 is there. So I1 Z1 you can write VAB equal to I1 Z1 and VAD equal to I2 Z2 here. VAD equal to I2 Z2. Yes? Yes or no? Here the current I2 is flowing and this impedance is Z2 here. Both diagram and equations we have to compare that one here. For VAB equal to I1 Z1 we have written. VAD equal to I2 Z2 we have written here. Now you substitute Z1 equal to what? R1 plus J omega L1 or XL1 we have substituted here. Okay, R1 plus J XL1. Next, I2 you keep as it is. R2 equal to R2, sorry, Z2 equal to R2 plus J XL2 they have substituted here. Z1 and Z2 value you have substituted here now. This is one part. This side का हो गया, ये part का side का हो गया. Similarly, VBC equal to VCD. VBC equal to VCD here now. So VBC equal to I1 Z3. VDC equal to I1 I2 Z4 here now. So Z3 equal to R3, Z4 equal to R4 here now. So this equation I1 R3 equal to I2 R4 will get that one. That is the second equation. This one you consider as equation number 1 and this one you consider as equation number 2 here. Now what you do, divide equation 1 by equation 2. This is the equation number 1. Usko equation number 2 से divide कर दो. Here the equation number I will write 1. I will write I1 open bracket R1 plus JXL1. This term close bracket here now equal to I2 is there I2 R2 plus R2 plus R2 plus JXL2 I have written here. Equation number 1. इसको divide कौन सा करना है? This one LHS by LHS, RHS by RHS. So this is the equation number 2. I1 R3 here now equal to I2 R4. So I1 get cancelled here now. This I1 and this I1 will get cancelled. This two.
Yes, sir.
Here I2 will cancel here no. I2 and I2 will get cancelled. Here I2 is there. Here also I2 is there. Yes. So the left term is R1 plus JXL1 divided by R3. R2 plus JXL2 divided by R4 will be left. You send this R4 into LHS side, it will go to the numerator. You send this R3 into RHS side, it will go to the numerator here, no? So multiplication do again, once again here, no? R1 R4 से उससे बेटर पे बोल देता हूँ मैंने अभी इधर. इसको पहले का इक्वेशन कौन सा था? Z1 Z4 equal to Z2 Z3 था ना? What do you mean by this one? R1 plus J omega XL1 means what it is? This complete term is Z1 only, na? R1 plus J XL1, it is Z1 here now. R4 equal to Z4. This complete term is Z2. R3 equal to Z3 here now. Same thing we have completed. Otherwise, if you are confusing here means, then what you do? You split this one, R1 into R4 you write down here now. R1 into R4. JXL1 into R4. equal to R2 plus R2 into R3 plus JXL to R3 here. Now again you will get the same equation here. Now you separate from the real term here and imaginary term you separate here. Now then you find the formula here. Same equation you are going to get here also. R1 equal to this one, L1 equal to R3 R4 divided by R3 R4, R3 L2 divided by R4. These two equations you write down. Somewhere in the Maxwell inductance bridge you heading ले लो, इसको bridge equation लिखो, ये equation. If you are ready to write this equation, then only you can solve this one. These two equations, first you have to write this equation and then you have to write this one. Similarly for this also. इसका पहले स्लाइड में था ना, वो इक्वेशन लिख के रखो. It will helps in the problems. Problem solve करना है इसको, इतना easy नहीं है. These two equations, 1 2 1 2, 4 equations you write down here now. लिखा है क्या? At least all of you keep right and note down that one. After completing, you just inform me. Okay. Or I told you all few people to note down this one, which will help while solving the problems. You have to solve the problems on that situation, that period. It will help you peoples. Over.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one. This completes the Maxwell inductance bridge only. It completes the Maxwell inductance bridge. Next, we will go for Maxwell inductance capacitance bridge here. See, I told you people, Maxwell has derived two bridges. That is Maxwell inductance bridge, and the second one is Maxwell inductance capacitance bridge here. Now you compare with your previous diagram here. Now see here R1 L1 is there, same R1 L1 is there. Here R2 is there, but in the previous Maxwell inductance bridge R2 L2 was there. R2 L2 था, but इधर क्या है? Only R2 is there. Here R2 R3 is there only, same thing is there. But R4 is changed here now. The Z4 is changed here now. They have used one parallel connection of resistance and capacitance here now. C4 and R4 both are connected in parallel here at the CD branch here now. For that reason here, the resistance is already we are considering commonly only. Here inductance is there. What is this? This is inductance, this is capacitance. For that reason, the name came. Maxwell has derived this one, Maxwell's inductance capacitance bridge here. The name came here. Maxwell's inductance capacitance bridge here. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we will do, we'll start to flow the flow diagram. We'll start here. We'll start the flow diagram. We'll start here. See here, it is a combination of inductance, resistance, inductance, and capacitance here now. So the current I will start to flow here now. The main current I will start because of the AC supply. The current I will start here now. Here the current I1 will flow. The current I1, and here also the current I1 will flow here now. I1 only, but the current I2 will flow here. I2 will flow here, and here also I2 will flow here. The current I2 will flow. This I2 will split into two parts here now. At this point, एक part आया ना, is current flowing through the capacitor will call as IC. Current flowing through this resistance is called as IR. IR we are going to call here. So I will consider, I will take the reference of I1. I will take reference here now. I will draw here. That is I1. I will draw here now. I will draw here now. Next, the voltage drop across this R1 is, I will consider that one as I1 R1, because of this is a resistance here now, so which is in phase with I1 here now. So I1 R1 is in phase with this resistance current, I will call that one here. Okay, next it will go through the inductance here now. The inductance lags the inductive voltage drop across inductance lags the current I1 by 90 degree. So I will draw this one here. I will draw this one here 90 degree. I1 omega L1 I will write here. I1 omega L1 here. I1 omega L1. Okay. I1 omega L1. Next, here same current will flow here now. Again I3 here now. So I1 R3 we can call that one here now. Some voltage drop will be more here now. So I will drop here now. I will write here, that is E3 equal to I1 R3. I can write here only, which is in phase with current only. AB current के साथ phase में है. This one also. Either means the value may be changed, the magnitude may be changed, but the current is, which the voltage drop across this R3 is in phase with the current I1 over here. So this part is over here. This part is over now. See here, the I2 is connected with resistance and capacitance current branches there here. It is connected to the capacitance here now. So the current flowing through the capacitor leads the voltage or lags the voltage? Current in the capacitive circuit leads the voltage or lags the voltage?
Leads the voltage.
Leads the voltage. So this total voltage E, I will draw here randomly, and I have considered this one as E here now, where the E3 is there. I have taken here now dotted line, and this E2 R2 here now. Voltage drop across this one ET here now. So this one, which is in phase with I2 here. The I2 term we have taken here now, some angle we have considered here, because of this capacitance here. Here the voltage is there. Here I2 is there, here I1 is there here. See here, you can draw the flow diagram here. You can draw the flow diagram, and I1 here, see IC is nothing but current through the capacitance is now leading the voltage E by 90 degree, we can tell that one here. Voltage drop across E4, where is E4? This is E4 here now, this one. E4 hai na idhar? E4 is in phase with I1 here now. So this E4 ko, this is 90 degree, the IC is 90 degree leading here now. I will tell later that one, how it is going flow here. So in the anti-clockwise direction, you consider this one, this IC, I2, E and I1. Which one is leading, which one is lagging, and what? Anyone can you tell me? IC leads I2, E1 and E and I1 are lags. See here, from this circuit diagram, we can say that one. The current flowing through this capacitor C4, that is called IC, which leads the I2, E, total voltage E and I1 here. This current leads I1, I2 and voltage here. All the things it is going to leads that one here. Next, I2, this I2 leads the voltage and I1, but lags the IC here now. I2E, I2 lags IC here now. I2 lag करते हैं ना, lag means पीछे, IC से पीछे है ना I2. Lagging means पीछे, leading means आगे. वो 5 points leading है, क्रिकेट मैच में बोलते हैं ना आप लोग. बहुत सारे लोगों को ये मालूम है क्या, नहीं मालूम है मेरे को, I don't know. Leading means आगे रहने का इधर. ऐसा सर्कल है this one is leading here. This arrow is leading. This down is last here. Now it is nothing but lagging here. So here it is started from this one here. Now I1, E2, I2 and IC here. इसमें पहला एंटी क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में काउंट किया तो फर्स्ट कौन सा है इसमें? IC. So सबको IC लीड कर रहे हैं. नेक्स्ट I2 सेकंड लीडिंग है, वोल्टेज इज थर्ड लीडिंग है. नेक्स्ट I1 इज लास्ट हियर. नो, दैट इज कॉल्ड रेफरेंस वी हैव टेकन हियर. दैट इज कॉल्ड रेफरेंस वी हैव टेकन हियर. ये रेफरेंस लिया हमने, ये रेफरेंस लिया तो इसका पहले ही सब जा रहा है. सो I1 lags IC, I2 and voltage here, no total voltage. You can call that one. So here only you consider I1 is current flowing through the inductance. I1 current inductance through हो जा रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
So I2 is current flowing through the capacitor here. I1 is through inductance it is going. I2 is current flowing through this capacitor. Yes. I2 is flowing to capacitor or not?
Yes,
Which
sir.
current is there here? I2 only, no?
I2.
So I1 is belongs to the inductive load. I2 belongs to the capacitive load. So considering the voltage, which one should leads the voltage? Which one should lags the voltage? You tell me. I1, I2 and voltage here. Now I will consider that one. So which current is leads the voltage and which current should lags the voltage? बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग क्वेश्चन क्यों मैंने पूछा, पहला लीडिंग यूज करता था, अभी लैग्स यूज कर रहा हूं. फॉर दैट रीजन ओनली यू हैव टू बी केयरफुल व्हाइल गिविंग द आंसर. व्हिच करंट लैग्स द वोल्टेज एंड व्हिच करंट लीड्स द वोल्टेज, जो बोल दो एटलीस्ट. To consider the reference, you have I am telling this one as E is the reference here now. E I have taken reference here. E reference लिया तो E से I कौन सा है?
I2.
So I2 leads E here now. I2 leads the voltage.
Yes, sir.
I2 leads the voltage means I2 is nothing but current flowing through the capacitor.
Yes, sir.
So according to the procedure correct हो गए. I2 leads the voltage here. I1 and E, compare this E voltage and I1 here, no? So I1 lags the voltage E.
Yes, sir.
So I1 is belongs to the inductive load. So for the inductive load, current should lags the voltage.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, condition is satisfied. For understanding this condition only, I have taken this much time here now. So this is the phasor diagram. Next, similar method, we have to consider this one as Z1, this one as Z2, this one as Z3, and this one as Z4 here. So resistance and capacitance both are parallel, means how we will write the Z4 equation here now. This complete term I will consider as Z4 here now. Z4 equal to, how will write this one? So that XC4 I will write that one directly. XC4 is in parallel with, what is that?
R4.
R4 here. Two resistances are parallel means R1, R2 are in parallel means R1, R2 divided by R2, R3 will write like that. Yes or no?
Yes,
R1 and R2 are in parallel means R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. We'll write like that. Similar method you have to write for the inductance, reactance also here, reactance and resistance. Similar method you have to use and you have to apply that one. So here the method is there. Let L1 is the unknown inductance we are going to consider, and R1 is the effective resistance of the inductor. L1, R2, R3, R4, these are the non-inductive resistances, and C4 is the variable standard capacitor we have used for this one here now. So we know that balance condition, the equation for the Maxwell bridge is Z1, Z4 equal to Z2, Z3. Z1, Z4 equal to Z2, Z3. At balance condition, we know this equation. So Z1 equal to R1 plus J omega L1. Z1 equal to, from the circuit diagram. Circuit diagram again miss either. I will take that one here. Okay. Z1 equal to, this term we are going to complete term, we are going to call as Z1 here now. Roll number 25 is joining now. I will not give attendance for them. So here this Z1 we are going to call Z1 equal to R1 plus J omega L1. Can write like this.
Yes, sir.
Z1 equal to R1 plus J omega L1. So Z1 equal to R1 plus J omega L1 we have written here. Z2 equal to R2 because there is no inductive part and all the things here now. Direct Z2 equal to R2 we have written here now. And here also there is no inductive and capacitor. Z3 equal to R3 we have written here now. But for this one resistance and capacitance both are connected in parallel here now. So this capacitance we can call that one a XC4. XC is nothing but 1 by omega C. XC is nothing but 1 by omega C we can write.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is also the imaginary part. So 1 by J omega C we have to write down here. 1 by J omega C here. So if two resistances are connected in series in parallel means R1 and R2, if both are connected in parallel is nothing but, so we can write that R1 R4 R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2 ऐसे लिख देते थे ना.
Yes, sir.
So similar way we have to write down here now. So R4 and XC4 are in parallel here now. R4 into XC4 divided by R4 plus XC4 you have to write down here. XC4 is nothing but 1 by J omega C4. We can write like this. Yes.
Yes, sir.
XC4 and R4 plus XC4 is nothing but 1 by J omega C4 here. Now what you do here, R4 divided by J omega C4 you write down here now. From this term here the LCM is J omega C4. The LCM will be J omega C4. 4 plus 1 by 3. It is nothing but 3 into 4 plus divided by 3 plus 3 into 4. You can call like that. Divided by 3.
Yes.
LCM. Okay, LCM you take that one J omega C4. LCM I will write as it is here now. So you multiply into here now. J omega C4 into R4. This term will become R4 into J omega C4 हो जाएगा.
Yes, sir.
So R4 into J omega C4 plus 1 as it is and whole is divided into J omega C4 here. These two, this J omega C4 I can cancel. Yes.
Yes.
Next R4 I will keep as it is here now. See R4 J omega C4 plus 1 R1 plus J omega C4 R4 I have written here. This is called Z4 here. This is called Z4 value. Now substitute this Z1, Z2, Z3 and Z4 value in the equation number 1. In the equation number 1 you substitute here now. So Z1 is R1 plus J omega L1 I have written here now. Next Z4 equal to R4 divided by 1 plus J omega C4 R4 equal to Z2 Z3 is nothing but R2 R3. We have written like this here. Next, now it is difficult part here now. What you have to do here, this one you have to split here now. Multiplication of this one, it is going to split over there. Internet connection is slow, all right? Okay. Time be okay. So R1 into R4, we can write like this. R1 into R4. Yes. R1 into R4 divided by 1 plus J omega C4 R4, we can write that like that one. Huh? Second one, J omega L1 into R4 also we can write like this. J omega L1 into 1 by R4 here now. This complete term is there. You send into RHS side. ये side को भेज दिया ना, इस इधर multiplication हो जाएगा वो. This complete term will multiply into here. Yes or no? Hello.
Yes, sir.
समझ में आ रहा है क्या? Next class continue करना है. If you are understanding this one here, this term is there. You send into RHS side here. So what is the left term? R1 J omega L1 into R4 here. So R1 into R4 plus J omega L1 R4 is left here. So this R2 into R3 into 1 is nothing but R2 R3 plus symbol. R2 R3 into J omega C4 R4 here now. So J omega R2 R3 R4 and C4 here now. We have kept as it is here. Now from this equation, you separate the real term and imaginary term and calculate the R1 and L1 terms here. We have to calculate here. This is the final equation for the Maxwell inductance and capacitance circuit. Maxwell inductance and capacitance bridge. It is the formula for the unknown resistance and unknown inductance here. Okay, we'll stop here only and we'll continue in the next class. Rule number 25. Rule number 25. I will not give the attendance to you peoples. See, don't miss the classes. Exams are coming nearer. So you peoples be alert and attend regular classes. We'll stop here only and we'll continue in the next class.